Welcome back, guys, to another Euro Truck stream. I was going to be doing EU4 today, but due to the fact that I, needless to say, just feel quite sick, I don't want to be doing anything stressful. Because I just want like a game where I can sit back and I can chill. And the game where I can do that is unfortunately another playthrough of this beautiful game. That's what we're going to be doing, and it looks like we can get some good old bull bars, but yeah, we started. Well, we ended the last stream in a very weird way for us. We ended the last stream in a way that allows us to do what's it called? We started it at the end of the last session with a job already in the works. So we're gonna get on with this job to Strasbourg to go buy ourselves our brand new, really fancy truck. Our good old Scania we're going to be buying. So is there a way like to... So if we went to here, we could then... Okay, wait a minute. So if we went, say, to here... Okay, no, it would actually be 5 hours longer to go to there and then to there. We'll just, I think that's our first break point as well. But we'll, let's get ourselves on the way. So yeah, today we're going to be getting rid of the DAF, which is, honestly, a pretty depressing thing. We're not going to be selling it, of course. We're going to be using it for one, I think it'll be our first truck in the, series for, the Liège garage. That way Liège has a, we'll have at least one driver. Now, I was looking over the bank. If we pay this off, we'll also have to pay off one of the 84 grand, I believe, if we want to use the 337 to pay for, like, our new Scania and a single extra DAF, I believe. I mean, obviously, we'll know more when we end up getting to Strasbourg, where we can buy the Scania. So yeah, Barcelona, 12 hours, off we go. 700 quid for a ferry. I don't know if that's like, I feel like that's not actually expensive at all. Like in the general consensus. We should be able to drive for a full-on 11 hours because we had so we have not got to rest at all for 11 hours. We do have more than 11 hours till we get to Strasbourg, but it's not going to be too big of an issue. The biggest issue we've got is the fact that we have to drive in Barcelona, or in Spain in general. As Iberia and I do not get along. But it'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll have a nice, chill day. As long as my stomach decides to not continue to hate me. As it has been for the last few days, which is... yeah, been lovely. Keep that going. There we go. Let's make sure we're going the right way. I think we're going straight out. I don't think we're needing to go to anywhere. I don't think there's anywhere we can go. Yeah, there's nowhere along the coast we can go to. It was going to be going straight. I think I pretty much, I plotted out the entirety of the thing, so we're pretty much sorted in terms of the actual destinations we're going to be going to. So there's no additions. The only addition we'll need to make, sorry, is the addition when we decide when we're going to stop. So I'm pretty sure that's after our first checkpoint. So we'll, once we get to our first checkpoint, then we'll figure out when we need to stop. Go. Hello. It's a DAF. It's one of us. Beautiful. I mean, it is a beautiful truck. I am upset we're getting rid of the DAF, but unfortunately, it has to be done. It's there's no real progression for it, unless we want to keep doing light loads, or the lighter loads. Like 16 tons ain't too bad. It's pretty easy to do 16 tons, but it's definitely at the pinnacle of where it's most comfortable. start getting into 20 tons and it starts getting a little unhappy with the amount you're asking it to pull. It'll do it, but it'll take valuable time where it, you know, instead of just getting there. But alas, it matters not. We'll have ourselves a Scania soon, and one of our drivers will be looking after our beautiful DAF for us. And eventually we'll be repainting all of our DAFs to the Raven as well, as that is going to be the new sigil, the new truck symbol for all our trucks. For now, though, we're going to be, you know, just buying the 109,000 DAFs for everyone, because why would I want to pay more for my DAFs than I already am? I mean, I could give everyone the version of the DAF that we currently have, which, you know, we could easily do, in terms of, like, you know, we could pay to upgrade all of them. I'm not exactly keen on the idea, but we could do it. Right, we'll go into here. Now we'll kick it into high gear. We're in the good countries when it comes to speed limits. I mean, I must admit, that's why I'm upset that I don't like Iberia. Doesn't like me so much, because it's such a great place for speed limit. Just a shame that it's what's it called? Toll booths are not as good as the other ones, you know. The Portuguese legitimately have the best toll booths. What can you do? I mean, let's be fair, no toll booths are great. Toll booths are, you know, they're taking your money. Our precious money. I don't like them taking my money, but if they're going to take my money, at least the Portuguese ones, you know, don't make me slow down from like 59 miles an hour to actually, you know, pay for it. Which obviously in a truck like the DAF, which takes a little bit of time to get itself going. It's not got the best pull on it for when it's, you know, dealing with heavy stuff. It can be a little bit of an inconvenience, especially when you're trying to make sure, you know, we're meeting time schedules and everything. There we go. 59 miles an hour. Absolutely perfect. A lot of people on the road just say it's 3 in the morning. What are you going to do, though, eh? Do wonder where they're all going, you know. Some of them must be going to a really early job, because I know that a lot of people go in pretty early to jobs, depending on what you're working in. I know Amazon workers can find themselves in shifts like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, even earlier. Sometimes I think some start like at midnight, stuff like that. So, and I know that some of them start at 4 and 5 as well. So it's, I guess it's like a, you know, staggered shift in different places. But it's pretty interesting to think that there's like people who are like on a time schedule where they have to get up at like 2. It's just, to me, that's just obviously not, it's not weird, but it's just so it's intriguing or interesting, you know. Let's go into the outer lane, because we're not going to be faster than these guys. They can go like an extra 20 miles an hour more than us, so they are going to blitz us. I think it's a grand total of 25 miles an hour more than the speed limit. They get to go more than the truck speed limit the cars go. They are going absolute gangbuster. We are going to need to get some fuel, but we'll wait until our fuel dings and then we'll get the first fuel stop. Because the fuel dings are 15%, so we're never going to be worried about, you know, having lack of fuel. Okay, it looks like all of those are going out. That's fine. Is this the this is the just before the French border? Yeah. Yeah, just before the French border. It's the first major stop after you get into Spain. Into Spain. So yeah, once we get our Scania, we'll you know, work on filling out Liège to 3 trucks. Once we've done 3 trucks in Liège, we'll we're gonna get Brussels. Once we have Brussels, we should, if I'm remembering correctly, be able to start buying trailers, buying traffic of the word, buying garages remotely. Then we can, you know, essentially not have to worry about getting to our garages. I still want to try and keep doing jobs in the Northern Europe for now, like, you know, around the same place, because I want to run into one of our trucks on the road. Because, like, if we look at where our drivers are right now, driver manager, like, they're all going. Are you all going to Lyon? Hey, no arguments here. Like, they're all going to. Okay, so you've got maxed out just in time to go to that. All I'm gonna say is that's absolutely hilarious. They're all going to Lyon. I guess we should go to Luxembourg and go drive on the Lyon Road. We should be calling that the Legion Logistics Road at this point, because I feel like our trucks are the only ones driving up and down that consistently. But in all fairness, that's actually like a really good thing, because it means we have they have consistent jobs, which is good. Once they get to and everything, they'll be starting to go further. Like, once they start getting, you know, more long distance, they'll start going further afield, and they'll start, you know, spreading out more than likely. Gonna take some time for that though, which is fine. We'll have a bunch of new drivers by then, I hope. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, really, but I can dream. How big is this incline? Decent amount of gradient to it. So there's no wonder we're struggling to, you know, beat 51, and we're still slowly going down. But it's okay, because the speed limit was changed anyway. See, the speed limit's on our side. It's like, you can't do 57, 59. Well, let's see if you can do 53, eh? There you go. And we want to be behind. We don't want to be behind the truck there. We'll, you know, take us too long. Also, I don't know how I've never had one of these trailers that this guy next to us is pulling. I want to pull one, because I've seen them like a lot, but I've never actually had the option. Oh my. That asshole. Yeah, our truck's at 10%. We're really going to need to repair this bad boy. I'm just going to ignore that, you know. It happened in Spain. We're in France now. No extradition, I hope. Oh, wait, we're in Europe. Damn it. Extradition to everywhere, I believe. And I ran away, I guess. So, there's our first fine of the stream. Don't worry, there's definitely going to be more where that came from. I know my luck very well. I'll be honest, yeah, I probably was a bit too close. I was definitely way too close to him. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, dude, did you have to brake so fucking hard? Oh, well. This is why I prefer the speed limit to just be 56 miles an hour. Oh, no, sorry. Let the speed limit be 70 miles an hour literally everywhere. For everyone. No, cars can go 75. Trucks go 70. That way cars can, you know, just keep ahead of the trucks. So that way, you know, we're not worrying about, you know, trucks plowing into the back of the cars. And then if we had what, you know, they have in the Portuguese toll booths, we'd never have to worry about slowing down. Everyone would be, you know, it'd be nice, and everything would just run better, I think. I think that would make this, yeah, everyone would be happier, you know? Everyone would be happier. Or at the very least, I would be happier, and that's all I really care about at the end of the day is me. So, you know, win is a win. Okay, once we get to Strasbourg, buy a new truck, get everything done. Apart from that, we are doing, like, our drivers are earning a pretty penny for us. Like, we're actually, our drivers are doing an absolute, like, they're doing amazing. I feel like the strategy that I used to go for, which is just pure long distance until long distance is maxed out, can be profitable, but I feel like you definitely run the risk of having some, like, ability to not always find a job, because the AI has to return where they came from. There's like, they have to find a job to the place where they're placed. So if I went from, we used Carolyn, our original first driver who we fired. She would go to Sheffield, and she'd make about $3,000 to Sheffield, which is a good profit. You know, she had long distance free, I believe, or three or four. She had a decent long distance, so she would go all the way to Sheffield, get about $3,500, and then come all the way back, and then lose $1,500 because of the fuel in that and the maintenance. So essentially, she only made us $2,000, which per trip's not bad. However, that's not $2,000 a day, that's $2,000 per trip, as in like it takes her, by the time she has to get all the way there and then all the way back and rest multiple times. It just wasn't profitable. Like, she was not making anywhere near as much as the guy, I think it was Brandon, who we kept, who was a second driver. Either way, the second driver who we had was making smaller trips consistently. Yes, there is a time where they would lose profit, but they would lose about $400. But then they would easily be making 2 or 3 more trips in the same time that the other lady had made one, or made all the way back to from Sheffield to Luxembourg. So like it was a matter of numbers. She was not doing well enough for us. So the method we've done, the 2-2-2-2-2, it's like we do 2 DDR, opens up opens up 2 different types of more jobs, because we're obviously giving them dangerous cargo. 2 long distance gives them the distance. Decent gives them a decent distance, or in this case gives them the distance to go to Lyon and back and forth. 2 high value unlocks high value, gives them a little bit more profit and XP from it. Same with fragile, same with just in time. Just in time though is better because it unlocks important and urgent for them. But realistically, opening all those to level 2 and then giving 2 eco driving, so their maintenance, their fuel costs are a little cheaper. We're essentially guaranteeing that they'll like if we were to quickly look at the drivers right now, I don't think any of them have missed any jobs. Okay, so he's missed 2. He lost some money on this Volvo he took. Interesting. But the point, yeah, like, they still have the fact that he's had a job is what matters. But you know, it's Nathan, not Brandon. Brandon was the 4th driver. Look at Nathan. Sorry, Brandon. Brandon's our go-to guy. Absolute continuous profit. 1 job where she couldn't get anything, but other than that, she's been consistent profit. This guy, 3 jobs, but well, 2 jobs he's not had anything. 1 job's for some reason again not had profit. Don't know why, but you know, they're earning consistent. They're only like they're doing like the losses are never anywhere near as bad as Catlins was. Because I mean, obviously, because she couldn't find a job, like losing money on a job but still getting a job to me is like that actually is a lot better. Because they're still making money. They're still getting XP. They still have a job. They're still getting the benefit of the XP from the job. Yes, the company may not make money, and in the long run, yes, it's kind of a little bit annoying, but if you think about it in the sense of, well, they're actually still, you know, making us, they're still getting better, which means there's going to be less chance of that in the future. That makes it a complete and utter win. Whereas Catlin, she was like spending all the time driving from Sheffield back and making no profit and no XP because she couldn't find a job, and it's not good for the company. It just wasn't something we could have, you know? So, unfortunately, she was the big F. She got the big F. We paid the respects, and then we fired her. So, she went, hopefully, she was on future better endeavors. I speak like these are real people, but, like, you know, you get pretty invested in a game like this if you play it quite often. But my drivers, they're representing Legion, you know, representing my fake company, and they're, you know, they've got to do a good job. And they're doing an okay job. I'm very happy. Like, Brandon's our MVP. Like, he's the employee of the month or the week, every week so far. Every week we've had him, he's been employee of the week, I would say. Nathan's slipping a little bit, but he'll get there. I mean, if we gave them all better trucks, like we got them all to Scania, then they'd be better off. But obviously, it's not as simple as that because we'd have to sell the trucks, and selling the trucks, we're not going to get. Actually, I'm going to do it dumb. Right, if I was to... Okay, yeah, we can press the button. Yeah, we're getting half a value for it. So I'd have to have a good amount of money in the bank to sell any of the trucks to buy the new ones. And if I was going to buy them a new truck, like if I was going to buy, like, say, Scanias for them, I would make sure the Scanias, you know, were at least upgraded. I'd give them, you know, the pulling power, heavy cargo ability, you know, to make good engines so they can make deliveries a little bit more promptly. Or at the very least, not if they do have heavy cargo, or if the cargo that's, you know, slowing down a little bit on inclines and that, they have engines and tractions and like transmissions that can really make sure the hill traversal on the unit, like their, you know, everything's really good for them. Essentially anything to make sure their lives are easier and lives are easier. I'm going to do that for my employees, but we're going to wait until we have 15 drivers until we get to there, because at the moment we need more drivers. That's our, that's what we need right now. We need 15 drivers is our goal. However, I would be closer if I wasn't going to buy a Scania, but because I want a Scania, because I want it not because, like I said, I want it because the DAF just isn't good enough for us anymore. Because we're starting to get heavier cargo, and heavier cargo is starting to be the most profitable. But I can't do the most profitable if I haven't got a truck that can consistently pull without any issues. So that's what that's why we need the Scania. And we'll also deck out the inside of the Scania a little bit, because I did buy the Mighty Griffin tuning pack, so, and also cabin accessories, which we didn't have when we originally bought the DAF. I'm still not the biggest fan of them all. Like, some of them are a bit gaudy, like the stuff on the windscreen is not for me. The curtain and that, it's a very British, I'm pretty sure it's like a very British thing. I've never seen, then again, I've not been to Europe very often, but like there's the curtain, like the, you know, the curtain at the front, along the front of the cab that reduces visibility. Not for me. When I used, on my oldest profile, on my little panel there, I'd have like a couple of Steam items I got from playing some Steam, like some of the Steam games that, like I got the Rocket League ball, the Rocket League car, then the winter, like a winter thing as well, like a winter gingerbread house I would have on there as well. The stuff like that I used to have on, but that's only because it was only the stuff I had. I never knew about, like, I never was ever interested in the cabin accessories. I'm still not, but I do like them. They're interesting. They add a little bit of flavor. They make my truck feel like it's lived in a little bit. Cause like right now, that just looks like look at the bed. It just looks uncomfortable as sin. Like, I mean, yeah, it looks like a decent fit. It actually looks like a pretty thick bed. But like, where's my bag? Where are my stuff? Like, you know, it just doesn't look like you know, I can really do much. But then again, I guess European trucks in general don't look like you have much space, because, like, yeah, there isn't really no spaces there. I guess, like, under there might be the only storage we have. But, yeah, legitimately, I actually kind of want to know where we store our stuff on a truck like this. Definitely be interesting to know. I'm assuming there it is under there, but I don't quite know. Should be long till we're at our first stop, I believe. So our first stop, as in first diversion from the main road, or in this case, the whatever the French call the motorway. There's probably a name for it, I just don't know. Well, there will be a name for it. They'll obviously have one in their own language. I just don't know what it is. There we go. Just come straight up. I'm running out of fuel. There we go. So is it Lyon we're going to? Okay, no. We've got quite a bit of a trip going. It is Lyon we're stopping in. We'll stop right here for fuel. That way we'll... Actually, no. 15%. We can keep going. Worst case... Oh, shit. Coming off and getting those means I'll have to skip this. Yeah, we're gonna get fuel here. It has been decided that getting fuel here is the optimal decision. Because if I don't get fuel here, I may not have a chance to get fuel soon enough. Unless I don't go to Lyon. But then I'm kind of not getting the recruitment stuff, and, you know, I'm missing out on the reason I'm trying to divert to Lyon. So we'll just have to suck it up and get fuel here. Not that it matters. I mean, obviously, better to have fuel than to run out and have to pay exorbitant amounts for 50 liters. Because the game, if you do a, if you get an emergency refueling, I think it's like 500. I think it's like it's like 300. I think it was 300 or 500. Sure, I'm pretty sure there's a way we can. I feel like I can check. When we pull off, and I'll have to see if I can quickly check. Because I want to see how much the game penalizes you for forgetting to get fuel. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely a rightful penalization. Like you should remember to get fuel. I'm just interested to see how much it penalizes you, you know? How expensive the bringing of the fuel is to you. Say they give you 50 liters as well. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Perfect. Right. Round we go. That turned a little too late. Right, stop here for a second. 7. Okay, we can't have a look how much it is right here. But 50 liters here would be... Okay, yeah. We're definitely getting, like, ripped off. And not ripped off, like, we're definitely paying a premium for the fuel when we, do it the other way. Which, I mean, makes sense. I have so much. We just have so many liters of fuel. It's gonna be really weird when we get the Scania. We're gonna be after refueling a lot more. Oh, sorry about the sound of the bottle there. It's easier having a bottle in my room than a glass I can knock over. Being a clumsy bugger that I am. Alright. We'll have done 14,000 miles in this truck before we hand it over to our new guy. They're gonna feel so They're gonna feel so special. The only person to not get a brand new truck. And if we have any spare money left over after buying the Scania, we are immediately buying another DAF as well. The 109 grand DAF, unless I can get a cheap like Scania. In which case, I'll start buying Scanias and then I'll start replacing everyone with Scanias and whatnot. Because don't get me wrong, I like DAFs, but I want to see our company be unified. If I have a Scania, everyone else is going to have Scanias in the end of it. Like by the end. Got a long road ahead of us though when it comes to you know. Oh shit, 57, 59 is the limit. Joe, come on, pump those numbers. Perfect. Yeah, yeah, we've got a long road ahead of us. And I'm looking forward to it all. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That's a bright orange truck. I feel like black trucks kind of suit the best. They kind of fit in with everything. If you color your truck, sometimes like if you're like pulling cargo, that like you know, perhaps it just doesn't suit. You know. Just quickly find our way over here. Slam on the brakes a little bit. Go down to about 20. On. There we go. Yeah, as soon as that light goes green, the invisible wall disappears, and we don't break our truck. That's the important thing, not breaking the truck. Let's zoom over to here. There we go. Perfect. Now we just got a nice little chill drive till we pull off for Lyon. And then we'll try and get, well, once we get to Strasbourg, buy our truck, and then we'll try and figure out where we want to go. Because like I said, I want to try and stay in the Northern Europe until we get Brussels. Like, until we get the truck of Brussels, I kind of want to do the most profitable stuff nearby. Because again, like I said, I want to try and make sure we get that garage as soon as possible. Because once we've got that garage and we can buy them remotely, we're going everywhere. Like, I really want to do a job to Istanbul. Because it's obviously a very long way away, which means we're going to go for a lot of countries to get there. It'd be nice, nice to see like Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania, and then obviously last but not least Turkey. And hopefully they actually have add the rest, like mainland Turkey as well. It'd be nice to go there as well, go there for you know, like go explore. As long as there's no police, I am not slowing down. Takes this beautiful truck of ours too long to get up to speed. Oh, it looks like it. Wait. Oh wow! Like there's an actual like big drop in. Oh, you don't even have to go into Lyon to discover it. That's weird. Normally you have to get off the motorway to go to explore them. Oh, but I guess this literally goes through Lyon. This is beautiful, isn't it? Oops. Tab up. That was there we go. Well, this is I mean, I must admit, putting my English bias to the side, France does have some very nice architecture and very nice looking, like very beautiful looking places and buildings. Obviously, it's the same as like a lot of European places. They have very, like Europe in general has very nice architecture in my opinion. Obviously, there's other countries that have great architecture as well, but like Europe to me just has some of the nicest architecture. Absolutely beautiful. Not know we'd be going to 46 miles an hour. Yeah, we're going to quickly pull out in front of this guy due to the fact that we are going to be pulling off at some point.